DEVI MAHATMYAM, The Glory of the Goddess, by Sage Markandeya. Translated by Lyndal Vercoe. Read by Tim Bruce. Chapter 13. The Rishi said, "O King, I have told you this sublime poem of the Devi Mahatmyam. The goddess maintains and supports the world by her majestic power. She is the elusive power of the adorable Lord Vishnu, and by her alone is knowledge attained. By her power, you and this merchant and other discriminating men are deluded. They have been deluded in the past and will become deluded. O King, go to her for refuge. She is the supreme ruler. She is the one who, when worshipped, bestows enjoyment and heaven and final liberation." Markandeya said to his disciple Bhaguri, "O great sage, the king Surata, who had been so despondent because of his great attachment to his lost kingdom, and the merchant, both bowed reverently before the great Rishi, who was famous for his austerity, and they immediately prepared to follow his example. They settled on the bank of a river and began to practice penances, reciting the Devi Sukta in order to evoke Amba. They made a clay image of the Devi on the sands of the river and worshipped her with flowers and incense, with fire and water. They ate sparingly and sometimes fasted. Always keeping their attention on her, they offered sacrifices sprinkled with their own blood. After 3 years of this continual worship, Chandika, the support of the world, was pleased with them and manifested in person to speak with them. The Devi said, "Whatever you ask, O King, and you also, the delight of your family, receive all that from me. I am well pleased and bestow every blessing on you both." Markandeya said, "The king chose a kingdom which would never perish, and in this life his own kingdom, where his enemies would be vanquished. Then the wise merchant, whose mind had become detached from the world, chose that knowledge which removes attachment of mine and I." The Devi said, "O King, after slaying your foes, you shall regain your kingdom in a few days, and it shall last as long as you live. And when you die, you shall be given another birth from the Deva Vishvasvat, the sun, and shall be a Manu on the earth, called Savarni. And, O best of merchants, I grant you the boon you have desired of me. Supreme knowledge shall be yours, your self-realization." Markandeya said, "Having thus granted them both the boon that each desired, the Devi vanished while they were singing her praise. Surata was then reborn as the son of Surya and Savarna. Thus he became Savarni, the 8th Manu."
सिद्धकुञ्जिकास्तोत्रं शिवोवाच शृणुते विप्रवक्ष्यामि कुञ्जिकास्तोत्रमुत्तमेन मन्त्रप्रभावेन छन्दिजापशुभोभावे न कवचं नर्गलास्तोत्रं कीलकं न रहस्यकम् न सुप्तं नपि ध्यानं च नयस्योन्न च वारचनम् कुञ्जिकापातमात्रेण दुर्गपाथफलं लभे अधिगूयतरं देवी देवनमपि दुर्लभं गोपनीयं प्रयत्नेन स्वयं निरिव पार्वती वर्णं मोहनं वशीयं स्तम्भनोच्चाटनादिकं पातमात्रेण संशील्ये कुञ्जिकास्तोत्रम् उत्तमम् अर्थमन्त्रः ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विचे ॐ ग्लौं हुं क्लीं जूं स्वाहा ज्वालय ज्वालय ज्वल ज्वल प्रज्वल प्रज्वल ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विचे ज्वल हं सं लं क्षं पः स्वाहा इति नमस्ते रुद्ररूपिण्ये नमस्ते मधुमर्दिनी नमः केशवहारिण्ये नमस्ते महिषार्दिनी नमस्ते शुम्भहन्त्रायै च निशुम्भासुरघातिनी जागृतं हि महादेवी जापं सिद्धं कुरुष्व मे ऐङ्गारी सृष्टिरूपायै ह्रीङ्गारी प्रतिपालिका ह्रीङ्गारी कामरूपिण्यै बीजरूपेण नमस्ते चामुण्डा चन्द्रघाती च एकारी वरदायिनी विचेष्टा नित्यं नमस्ते मन्त्ररूपिणी धं दिं दुं धूर्जते पाणि वं विं वुं वागडीश्वरी रं क्रीं क्रूं कालिकादेवी शं शिं शुं मे शुभं हुं हुं हुंकाररूपिण्ये जं 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 वन्दामि हं ह्रीं ह्रूं भैरवीं भद्रे भवन्येते नमो नमः अं कं चं तं तं पं यं शं ह्रीं दुं ऐं ह्रीं हं शं धिजाग्रं धिजाग्रं क्रोध्यदीप्तं कुरु स्वाहा पं बिं बुं पार्वती पूर्णा खं घिं गुं गे चरितथा सं सिं सुं सप्तशक्तिदेव्या मन्त्रसीदं कुरुष्व मे इदं तु कुञ्जिकास्तोत्रं मन्त्र चन्द्रजागतिहेतवे भवक्तेनैव दातव्यं गोपितं रक्ष पार्वती येस्तु कुञ्जिकया देवी हीनं सप्तशतीं पथे स तस्य जायते सीदीररण्ये रोदनं यथा इति श्रीरुद्रयाम गौरीतन्त्रे शिवपार्वती संवादे कुञ्जिकास्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम् साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्तिं माताजी श्री निर्मलदेव्यै